just wanna realize the future, realize the future, realize the future. I'm gonna realize the future, realize the future, realize the future. She just wanna realize the future, realize the future, realize the future. How's it going, people? It's Devon once again, bringing you another daily dose of insight and motivation. And today, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands, okay? Manifestation, right? We're talking about turning your dreams into reality. All the things that you see in your head right up here, being able to hold them in your hands, being able to experience it, being able to share it with other people, being able to have the happiness, the joy that comes with all of those experiences, okay? What are those experiences? Being the person that you want to be, doing the things that you want to do, and having whatever it is that you want to have. See, you can have all those things. You can be that person. You can do whatever it is you want to do. You just have to believe it. And where does belief come from? Where do these thoughts and ideas, these feelings come from? They come from right here, right? So if you watch my videos, if you're not new, you've heard me say this phrase before. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. How is that possible? How does that even make sense? Where does this even come from? Well, let me share that with you, okay? You have to know that as a human being, as a spirit experiencing, a spirit having human experience, right? You are much more than just this physical body. What am I trying to say? You are much more than just your five senses: sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. That there is a sixth sense, there is a God sense, that there are senses that are above this physical plane. There are senses that are of the metaphysical that you yourself can tap into. One of these senses, one of these abilities that you can tap into is your imagination. And you're actually already a professional at doing this. We imagine things all the time, albeit, unfortunately, a lot of times the things that we imagine are negative. We imagine, having to experience that critical conversation, right? We imagine having to have a conversation with someone, or maybe an argument. Maybe in your imagination, you're always arguing with your boss, right? Because things aren't going well in your career, in your job, in your work. Maybe you argue with your spouse. Maybe a lot of times in your imagination, you get pulled back to past experiences, events, and situations that didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. And so now they have some type of negative, lower energy, and you keep on imagining the same event over and over again. Maybe you got rejected, and you keep on imagining that rejection over and over and over again. Well, what I want to tell you is that through your imagination, you are creating your reality. All right? You are turning potentialities into actualities. What do I mean by saying potentials and all these different things? I'm talking about quantum physics. Because science now tells us, gives us the proof that the observer does influence his reality through his thoughts, through his thought patterns, through his thought waves, the frequency that is being emitted. So every time you think a thought, every time you have an idea, you are emitting a frequency out into the universe. And that frequency is going out, it's connecting with other frequencies and other forms, other ideas that have the same energy as well too. And then you have a law of the universe called the law of attraction that takes a energy and it matches it up with other like energies. They come together and now you're building momentum for your manifestations, right? But let's talk more about your imagination, okay? What do you imagine? How do you see yourself? Do you ever catch yourself when you're imagining things and say, wait a minute, I don't want to create that? Or do you ever catch yourself when you're imagining something good? Maybe you're imagining the what ifs. And you say, what if this could happen? What if this video gets 1 million views? I'll be lit. What if, I meet my soulmate? What if this happens and it goes my way? Everything works out. Now you're starting to imagine the positives. And now you're getting into a really energetic, a really high vibration, a really good mood. And you're starting to feel the joy of it. And you're like, ooh, this is exciting. Because if those things happen, if you do experience it, if you do come across those situations, those events, or those circumstances, you're going to feel great. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. So it's about choosing what you want to imagine. Are you going to imagine things that are not going to serve you, things that are not going to help you become your greatest version? Or are you going to imagine things that are going to be for you, that are going to energize you, that are going to get you excited, that are going to wake you up in the morning and say, woo, I feel great to be alive. Realize the future, you know? So now we're going to take this power and this ability that we all have, and we are no longer going to use it unconsciously. Because you take a look at your life right now, and it doesn't matter if you like it or if you don't like it. Your life right now is a compilation of the thoughts, ideas, and feelings that you had in the past. And all those thoughts and ideas and feelings have now positioned you to where you are right now. So if that is how you have gotten here in this moment, how will you get to where you want to go, where you want to be, to what you want to do, what you want to have? The way that you get there is now utilizing your idea and your thought energy. Include your feelings, and those will create where you're going, your trajectory, your direction. So now we want to consciously use our imagination. We want to, in the morning time, say, okay, I'm going to just take the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes to visualize, to use my imagine, and to see myself being the person that I want to be. I'm going to see myself doing the things that I want to do, having whatever it is that you want to have. If you want to manifest a lump sum of money, if you want $30,000 to come into your life unexpectedly in the next 30 days, you're going to imagine that. And the question that you're going to ask yourself is, how would I feel if I just received $30,000? I'm hyped up. I'm ready. I'm about to put that money back into the economy. We about to go, make some trades. How would I feel? Just right there. I'm happy. I'm joyous. I'm excited. I'm thinking about what's coming next. What am I going to use that money for? And throughout my visualization, that's what I'm doing. Maybe I'm going to the car dealership. Maybe I'm writing a check for my mother, my father. Maybe I'm helping a friend out. Maybe I'm paying off a bill. Maybe I'm getting rid of debt. And I'm, in my imagination, all these different experiences and everything, I'm feeling the joy of it. Because the reason why I position it that way is you most likely don't really want the money. Money is just energy. You want what the money will help you do, or you want what you'll be able to use with the money. So your visualizations should contain more of the energy of what you're going to use the money for rather than just the money, because you don't want just the money and then you're just going to sit around. No, you want the experiences. You want what's going to come after you have it. So you're visualizing that, you're seeing that in your imagination, being the person that you want to be, doing the things that you want to do, having whatever it is that you want to have. And now we're going to put it all together for these ideas, these thoughts, these feelings to come down from the metaphysical realm, from the astral realm into the physical plane, so that you can actually see it, you can actually touch it, you can actually experience it, and you can share with others, your manifestations. So you have your idea, you have your thoughts, you have your intention. And then from your heart, you also have your feeling. You have what it would feel like to experience it, to have it, to be it, to do it. And you're combining those together. You're asking yourself, what would it feel like if I had this money right now? What would it feel like if I was able to write my parents that check? What would it feel like if I was able to pay off this bill, if I was able to pay off this debt? What would it feel like if I was able to go to the dealership and boom, cash right now on this car? That's what you're imagining. Now you're combining your idea, your thought energy, and your feeling. And those are coming together. And now you're putting momentum to your manifestation. So your manifestation, understand that it is already happened in the non-physical. It is already done. The moment that you put that energy and that intention out there, the non-physical you, the God power within you, the energy that is all pervading throughout the entire universe, has already manifested it in the non-physical. It's already there. And you can live there right now. You live in the non-physical in your imagination. But we want to bring what's there to here. So we're going to put more energy, focus, and attention on the things that we want to manifest. Right? When you look at your surroundings and you use your senses, why do we use the word physical? Because when I try to touch something, my hand doesn't just phase through my hand, through my body, through the table, through this phone. It feels as if it is really physical. It is dense. What is happening is the electrons, the protons, the neutrons are just vibrating at a not a very slow rate. They're vibrating slower than the ideas, the thoughts, the frequencies, the feelings that are vibrating in the metaphysical. These things are vibrating at a much faster rate. So when you are putting more energy, focus, and attention to the things that you want to manifest, you're thinking about your idea, your intention, you're feeling it, you're feeling what it would feel like to already have it, and you're staying in that energy right now. You are adding more energy to that idea, to that thought, to that feeling, to that manifestation, and you are making it more and more dense so that it can come down into the physical. Because up here, these vibrations, you can't see them. But as they get slower, and they start to get more and more dense, what happens, this is what happens. You go through your life, let's say you're trying to manifest a car, and maybe you wake up one morning, you're getting ready to go to work, and all of a sudden you see that car that you're trying to manifest, it's parked right out in front of your neighbor's house. Or you go to work and you pull into, your parking spot, and as you're walking in the building, the car is literally parked right in front of your door, right in front of your building. On your way home, or as you're driving to lunch, you see this car in the same exact color that you wanted pass by. Maybe you're on the freeway, and it pulls up right next to you. The universe is showing you signs that I know what you're thinking about. I know what your intention is. I know what you are feeling. And this manifestation is being worked on. It is already happening for you in the physical. If it's so close to you that you can touch it, how close do you think it is that you will actually be in it, riding it, driving it, experiencing it? So the universe is already showing you these signs and synchronicities to stay true to your manifestation. It's here, it's here, it's here. Don't doubt, don't worry. So think of it like this. Your manifestation is a box. Your idea, your thought, it's a box. You're putting your car in the box, right? And every time you meditate, every time you visualize, every time you imagine, you're putting more thought, idea, and feeling energy into that box. And what is happening is that box is starting to get full, right? But that's not enough for the metaphysical to come down into the physical. Not only does that box need to be full, but that box needs to expand. The universe is all about expansion and contraction. So what is happening? Your box is expanding and contracting. Expanding because you're putting a lot more thought energy, a lot more focused energy and attention into the things that you want to manifest. It's contracting because we still live in a universe that is giving us different contradictory senses, sensory, just vividness, right? You're looking with your eyes and you see the car that you want, but you also see this car over here, and your mind says, oh wow, that's a nice car. It would be cool if I have that, right? But there's so much variety in the world that we live in that sometimes it makes it difficult to stay 100% focused on the one thing that we want to manifest. Or maybe you're the type of person that you are very creative. You have tons of ideas. There's tons of different things that you want to manifest. And so you're thinking about this idea, you're thinking about that idea. And your thought energy, your focus is just, it ebbs and it flows. So that's the contraction and the expansion. But we want to expand. We want to put so much focus, energy, and attention, so much feeling. You really want to feel it. You want to use your soul, all the energy within your body, to put more energy into it. And then it's going to expand. It's going to expand. It's going to expand until eventually there's going to be no more room for expansion. It's going to be like the Big Bang. Boom. An explosion of this energy. And that's when the manifestation happens. That's when you get this pull, this intuition, this sense. Have you ever got a very, very, very strong feeling to do something, right? Maybe it was a feeling for you to just go to the store, something random, right? Or for you to call this person, or for you to do whatever it is. And you didn't know why you were doing it. You didn't know why you had that feeling. But when you went to the store, you found there was maybe an old friend of yours that you haven't seen in years. And by that meeting, by that conversation, they helped you get to the next level where you need to be, right? It was just a person that you need to talk to. Or maybe you went to the store and your intuition tells you buy a lottery ticket. And you're like, what? I never played the lottery. And you buy a lottery ticket and you win. Thousands of dollars in your pocket, just like that, you know? It's amazing how it works, man. The universe can put together so many different synchronicities, events, and situations and people to give you what you want. You just have to continue to put that focus there, man. And if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. Whatever it is, whatever your intention is, persistency and consistency. Be persistent, be consistent until you actually have it in your hands. Until you actually can experience it. You can feel it, you can touch it. You can share it with others. And then you can say, all I did was realize the future. Let's talk about it, man. Hey, if you want some hands-on coaching, some hands-on work, if you're trying to change your vibration, if you're trying to cultivate a more positive frame of mind, if you're trying to cultivate a more wealthy frame of mind, if you want to love yourself better, if you want to feel more worthy, if you want to remove some of your limiting beliefs, whatever it is for you, contact me at realizingthefuture@gmail.com. Drop a comment below. Let's have a conversation. Me and you, let's get together. Let's chop it up. I want to help you achieve your goals, achieve your dreams. And as I always say, continue to realize where you are now, realize where you have been, and now realize the future. Woo! Manifest.